Hello everyone, this is Shweta with Coldwell Banker Platinum Properties. Today is May 19th, 2020. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about 1031 exchanges and what are the updates and extensions that we have due to COVID. As you know, a 1031 exchange is a like-kind exchange. Now, in order to be, and it's a powerful tax deferment strategy. In order to be a like-kind, meet the like-kind requirement, it does not need to be an income-producing property. I have prepared a small slide for you that will help you understand what is considered a traditional type of real estate or a non-traditional type of real estate. And you can use it, you can go from owning a commercial property to a residential or vice versa. Now, as you can see on the right, we have these non-traditional types of real estate investment, which are like cell towers, windmills, billboards. But on the left side, we have the traditional real estate investment, which are like the single family rentals, the townhomes, condos, and vacant lands. Again, for 1031 exchanges, it does not, in order to meet the like kind requirement, you can go from owning a commercial investment to a real estate or even do vice versa. Now, there are a few reasons now why people would like to do a 1031 exchange. Some of them are like, and they include to able to defer the federal capital gains tax, which is either 15 to 20% of the gain, depending on the taxable income. The state ordinary income tax, which depends on the tax bracket. Now, again, in California is usually 9.3 to 13.3%. And net investment income tax, which is a healthcare tax, it's about 3.8% of the average gross income, is above $200,000 per single and $250,000 for a married filing jointly. The depreciation recapture, which is a depreciation that you've been taking on an income property, 25% of the depreciation is again taken back into account. Now, if you have owned a property for about 27 years, then you have pretty much taken complete depreciation on that home. And there's, whether you choose to take a depreciation in a year or not, the IRS is automatically going to take it. So you might as well take depreciation on your income property every year. Now that you've maxed out on your income property, it's been 27 years, there's no more depreciation to take. I think it would be at a good time to sell that investment and buy another investment property where you can continue taking depreciation. Maybe you can move into a higher bracket or move into a property which is probably higher in value or has more cash flow, has greater appreciation. There are different reasons why people sell their, investment property and move into another investment home. Now, these are the two main reasons which are financially is one is the property has not been making enough income, there's not been enough cash flow, or there's not been enough appreciation in that house. So that's when you want to do a 1031 exchange. And again, if you have already depreciated the home enough, there's no more depreciation you can take, then you might as well sell that home and you move into and buy another investment property. Now, there are non-tax reasons for exchange as well. So these are to diversify your real estate portfolio. You can sell one and buy multiple properties. So if you have a $1 million real estate investment, you can sell that, buy a few different 300,000 at different cities and spread your real estate portfolio. Now, interest rates, as you know, are still historically low. So you might as well make use of it and diversify your portfolio. Or you can also consolidate your real estate portfolio, and you're like troubled of taking care of the tenants and the taxes and all the hassles that go with an traditional real estate investment. And you're like, you know what, I don't want to be handling all that. I just want to buy a bigger commercial property and be able to take care of that, less hassles. Then you can also consolidate your real estate portfolio. Now, you can also exchange it into a property closer to home. You don't want to take care of things out of state. Due to COVID, it's harder to travel right now. You may want to sell your investment in Florida and get your money back here in California, which is probably easier for you to manage. You can exchange into a property which has a better cash flow, of course, and then buy a replacement property with a new amortization schedule, because now you've already taken depreciation for 27 years. Buy something else now. or buy up in value to obtain a new depreciation schedule. Now, you've had a $500,000 investment, you want to move into something which is bigger, you can do that as well. Now, people use exchanges as an estate planning tool to set up as heirs for their future. Now, say if your parents have a home which is about $1 million and they want to, set the money aside for two of their kids, they can buy two investment homes at two different places wherever the kids want to, still keep making use of the investment income. They can keep using it while they're alive, and once they pass, then the kids can take each one of the properties, and there's less hassle. There's no bitterness between the siblings, and the siblings don't have to take the difficult decision at this point. There's still, it's been easily managed. Now, people also land up buying a dream home in a 1031 exchange. Now, in order to do that, you would sell one of your homes which has been fully depreciated and buy an investment home like you've always wanted to buy, I'd say a dream home by the beach. You would buy a home by the beach or wherever you want to, and you can rent it up to 2 years or even 2 weeks per year for 2 years. And it would be considered a 1031 exchange. Once you're done with those 2 years, you can move into the house, and you would have deferred there would be a deferment of the taxes. So this is something that is very, as the millennials are getting up there, this is something which is a very appealing concept. Make use of the 1031 exchange into buying a dream home. Now, in order to do a 1031 exchange, you have about 45 days to identify a real estate investment property, and 180 days to close on that property. The 45 days and 180 days are calendar days. It's not business days. So if the 45th day falls on a Saturday, or the 180th day falls on a Memorial Day, for instance, then you completely lose the benefit of the 1031 exchange. There's no way that you can go back and try and fix it. So you have to make sure that you close on time. Now, due to COVID, there has been extensions that have come into place, which is called, I believe it's called the disaster relief extension. Now, the dates have been pushed. So it's either from April 9th to July 15th. So if your 45th day falls on April 10th, then that extension automatically, you can do it till July 15th. Or say your 180th day falls on May 15th, then you can still close on your investment home by July 15th. So which gives you a lot of time. Now, there are some pros and cons to this deferment of the date extension. The pros are, of course, there's a much needed relief for the clients in the middle of the exchange, and the extend periods up to July 15th, which gives an impression that the federal government thinks it will come back to normal by midsummer. And it gives an extended identification period to clients who are selling now. But the cons are, what if the person who was going to close on April 8th, he has still missed out on this whole extension that had come into place just by a day. Now, that's a real bummer for those people, right? Now, the start date does not go back far enough for those people. It leaves people that needed to identify in March in a bind. Now, since this extension is also automatic, it could cause taxpayers to wait longer to get money out of a failed 1031, say, if they could not identify the property by the 180th day, they still have to wait longer to get the money back. Now, I know this is a lot of information, and if you are in a position where you need to do a 1031 exchange and are not too sure how to go about it with the dates in place, get in touch with me. I can help you throughout this whole process. I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, this is Shweta with Coldwell Banker Platinum Properties. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.